So, who is Emony's mother? I remember.
Jada, you get A for effort, honey.
Ready? Who is Emony's mother? I remember a day as I delivered mail on a job preparing for my second year of college. A dog jumping off the stoop and chasing after me, and I was so sick that I went to the hospital and I found out that I was pregnant with you. Oh, that's how that happened? Who is Emony's mother? So, about a few weeks later, a bunch of old ladies were having a prayer. I happened to stop by because my friend Sonia lived there. And I said, hi, Sonia, can you take me to the abortion clinic? Whoa. And Sonia said, Auntie, guess where we're going? And those ladies began to circle me. And those 4 ladies, which were sisters, began to pray. And they prayed for thee. And they told me, you are to give birth to this baby. And it would be a baby of faith. And for 9 months I carried you and got on this lady named Alvon Jackson, your godmother's nerve.
Help me.
And told and I told her I will carry this baby if I have to carry her alone. But she became a mother. She stood by me as if she was carrying her own baby. And when it was time for you to be born, she was right there to hold you in her arms. Who is Emony's mother? And she became your first godmother, and that was Alvon Jackson.
Supposed to be that bad boys. You know.
So Puff Daddy was on the phone, and I remember her yelling at me like, I'm supposed to be working on a song. And I said, well, it won't be long before the baby will come, you see. And she started grabbing me as we heard Puff Daddy screaming through the phone. Total is waiting on you. His girls group. Who is Emony's mother? And as the night went on, a friend of mine named Tara Pulliam stopped by and said, my, I'm just in time. At 6 p.m., Ricky Lake came on and we heard the song, Push, Mommy, Push, Your Baby Is Coming. And when she was born, my friend Tara Pulliam held her in her arms and said, Scoop, I can get you a new set of parents right now. And that was the first time I heard you scream. I thought, how mean. Who is Emony's mother? So as time began to go on and I began to raise you, I remember taking you home and putting you on the table and you looking at me. And my good friend Keisha Whitney and all my friends came to see the baby, you see. And they all became like godmothers and aunties to you. But the thing that kept me focused was to remember I was to be a mother to you. Who is Emony's mother? So as the time passed, together, it was you and I, forever, until you begin to grow. And I started wondering, were you my mother? As you begin to tell me which way to go and things to do, you inspired me, kid. It was because of you. Sometimes I made mistakes. And some of the people I chose, you could not take. But you stood by my side, even as a little kid. I remember going to sleep, and some dishes I woke up that you did. Woke up to some dishes, a 5-year-old washing all alone. All alone, washing dishes, you see? And I began to say, this kid is becoming a mother to me, as I began to change my life and try to do things right, just to keep joy in your life. So we found the Lord and we began to grow in Him. And then God began to give you your own set of friends. Little beknown to me that we would go to the New Greater Bethel Ministries. And this little baby was so busy that my grandmother mama said, where did you get this one from? We all went to sleep. She said she took crayons and went around until everybody knows. Wow. I said, Mama, did she do that? Well, yes, you did. Mama said to me. And Mama fell in love with her baby. Your grandmother, Mama. Who is Emony's mother? As time began to pass, she began forming her own relationships. And she found this little lady who was in charge of new members class at church. And this little lady would take this little baby Emony everywhere she would go. And that was Dr. Tanya Williams, who became Emony's mother. Then I would see her run around the church and see this stern gentleman leader of the Bible school smile as she would talk to him. And he became her godfather, giving her Lady Jerry Morgan as her mother. Who is Emony's mother? So as she began to grow, many now know she became very smart and had a big heart and developed the gift of song. And as she was singing, it was like she covered me in her arms. Who is Emony's mother? As time would go on, her grandmothers began to leave. Mama Rudine, Mama in Philly. Who is Emony's mother? And as she had begun her grade schooling, she adapted to I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that was our own Dr. Gail Johnson, her principal, you see. She installed Christian values and morals into thee. She became Emony's mother. Who is Emony's mother? As Emony began to grow, her own choices, exactly like what school she should go to, I didn't let her have it. As her mother, I was so glad she did not get into Cardozo and every other school. So I chose for you. You did. She was mad. Yes. She was telling everybody she put me in this school. I don't want to go to this school. But within that school, she found her mother. Mrs. Bellevue became such a mentor to her. Mrs. Bellevue taught her, I know we Christians don't want to hear it and we don't like it, but she taught my daughter how to do something her mother never did. She taught her mother how to sit down, taught her how to sit down, relax, and sometimes even sip a wine. And I said, oh my, that's against our principles and our rules. But it taught me so much about you, that you went on to an excellent school because of your next mother. Who is Emony's mother? Mrs. Edwards would meet with you and I at Columbia University. And at this excellent school, junior high school 157, Miss Shrieky became Emony's mother. Miss Shrieky and I, her guidance counselor, sat and went through all the schools. And we said, what are we going to do? Miss Shrieky said, choose this school. I believe she'll do great there. And that's when it started. Mrs. Shrieky, Mr. Weiss, and her awesome principal helped her to get into a program called Legal Outreach. And there she met Miss Cooper, who is Emony's mother. Miss Cooper said, I see myself in you. You will know what a condom is. And I was upset, and I was like, oh no, but I began to see that Miss Cooper became Emony's mother. She began to explain to her, you are not your mother. You are your own person. You have to learn and develop into you. Who is Emony's mother? And then the time came when Emony began to graduate high school. And I remember her yelling at me and telling me that she want to wear the dress that she want to wear to her prom, and she's going to do what she wants to do. But that day, I was moving, and I had a certain day to move, a certain time to move. And as I sat in the U-Haul truck, because of the high security in New York, my truck was stopped, and I didn't make it to my baby's high school graduation. And I said, God, why is this happening? Who is Emony's mother? And at her graduation, Dr. Tanya Williams and Mrs. Bellevue and Miss Choi, an Oriental woman that lives in Garden City who's very wealthy, became Korean lady, became Emony's mother. So, who is Emony's mother? So I began to ask myself. It took a community to raise you. But the day you spoke to me and you said, Mrs., I don't tell you this, because I could tell Dr. Tanya Williams this, and I could tell Mrs. Bellevue this, and they would never tell me that. So, everyone, I declared and I decreed my baby would graduate college, and she would graduate with honors. She would excel my dreams. And I will tell you that today I am proud to be Emony's mother. Okay, next.
You don't have to.
I think.